What's up everyone, MK Tom Brady here. So in this video I want to talk about the huge news that pretty much everyone's been talking about. If you haven't heard about it yet, just look up NRS making Marvel title and you'll get about 1 billion articles. Long story short, there was a major leak that came out that unofficially confirms that NetherRealm Studios is in the very early stages of development of a Marvel game. Now, what type of game this is, your guess is as good as mine. We're assuming it's going to be a fighting game, obviously. Is it going to be just a Marvel-only title? Is it going to be some type of Mortal Kombat versus Marvel Universe crossover? Is it going to be DC Universe versus Marvel Universe crossover? Are we going to get the dream match, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe versus Marvel Universe? Your guess is as good as mine, but there are a lot of possibilities. Also, again, this was said to be in very early stages of development. They haven't really been able to work for almost 12 straight months. I would say 10 months of not being able to really do anything. Their mocap studio wasn't open. They were very limited as what they could do. So I don't really believe they even started this till maybe a few months ago. So again, very, very early stages of development. What that means is that there are some people who say, well, at E3 online this year, we're probably going to get some news. I'm not going to say 0% chance, but I'm going to say as close to 0% chance as possible that we're going to get any news about this new title, as it is in such early stages of development. I believe this new Marvel title is probably at least 1.5 years away, if not 2 years away from being released. I don't think 1 year is enough time if they just started working on it. 1 year is enough time to get this game out and polished. So I'm going to say lowball it, 1.5 years at the earliest, 2 years at the longest, I think. But either way, we're in for quite a wait. I don't think we're going to get any news at E3 this year. Maybe E3 next year is more likely that we're going to get some type of news on this new title. So while this is exciting that we're getting some news and the potential dream match, MK versus DC versus Marvel, where does that leave us for the next 1.5 to 2 years? So while this news, this leak basically unofficially confirms a new Marvel type game, I also believe that this unofficially confirms some major Mortal Kombat 11 content. I don't think they're going to go 1 year to 1.5 years to 2 years without, one, monetizing something, one of their products they have now. It could be at the release of, people have speculated, Ed Boon has trolled about it, some form of MK9 or Injustice 1 remaster with GGPO netcode. I think that's kind of a long shot. But what I do think is in the realm of possibility is a major overhaul to MK11, like some type of MK11 like Omega version where they really do massive changes. Change the slotting, maybe add more slots, change the move properties, just pretty much change a lot about a lot of things in the game, maybe even some of the mechanics of the game themselves, and of course more DLC characters, I believe. I think that what happened was they wanted to make some major changes to the game, but obviously they wanted to wait till the initial Pro Series. This is pre-COVID concluded. Unfortunately, the Pro Series didn't finish until right when the pandemic hit. That weekend, the entire world went on, just has to be on lockdown. So that weekend, everything was locked down. I mean, people literally got off the plane finding out that they couldn't even be in attendance. They had to cancel the last chance qualifier. So I think right when they got to the point where they really wanted to do that major overhaul that I think they were planning to do, and even alluded to that possibility even before the game got launched, like, hey, you know, we could always go in, change this, make things default, give you more default moves, etc. I think that was the plan, and then bam, lockdown for basically an entire year, which completely put the kibosh on anything that they could do. I think they did what they could to give us something, and I think now we're going to get a massive change to the game and more DLC, and I think that's going to have the game, you know, I think that's really going to have the game explode. It's kind of weird to have a game 2 years old and it's finally going to explode, but I think this is going to be like that version of MK11 that we all want to play, including myself. And I'm actually pretty excited for this possibility, and I can't wait to start playing again when I think we eventually do get that news in the next few months. But yeah, this is really exciting news in general. They're back to work. I mean, that's good. And news of a new title possibility, you know, a Marvel, the Dream Match, Marvel MKDC, some type of Marvel game. That's great news. And I think this also means that we're definitely going to get something for Mortal Kombat 11, something big. It's not going to be something small while they keep us waiting the next year and a half to 2 years for whatever their next title is. But I'm super excited for all this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, let's see what they come up with next. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for more content.